How many of us have gone through or heard the whole, I had to be forged in the fire to be the vessel. I had to, go through the suffering to be worthy of my higher power, my creator, right? Of the things it wanted to give me in this life. The suffering is what really brought that. But what I realized in my life is that suffering looks a lot different, right? We get that confused. I know I did for a lot of years. And what ended up happening in my mind is instead of being able to accept discomfort, I would run back to suffering. I would say, hey, there's a lesson on this knife. Let me lick it with the fire in my mouth. Because it was so familiar for me, right? When I work out, I don't work out until I'm past the point and collapsed. I don't work out until I'm incapacitated on the floor asking for someone to come save me. I work out until I am just uncomfortable enough to be able to grow, right? That's how growth happens. And I see that suffering is so often confused. I mean, how many of us walked into a job, we get our resume, and the first thing we put is thrives under pressure? I know I was that person for a lot of time. Put me under pressure. See how well I do. I will excel. I will show you how I can handle pressure. But the moment that things got calm, they started to feel boring. They started to feel, some type of way. And I realized that what it really was is I was addicted to the suffering because somehow I thought that it made me worthy. Somehow I thought that suffering was the important part. It was the only place where I could get the lessons. But here's the thing. I stopped going back to the table and asking to lick the knives. I stopped trying to run back to the fire because it was familiar. I started learning how to walk away because I realized that suffering, what it is when we're laced up in combat boots and have war in our eyes and our sword has never really fully hit the altar. When we're standing in a garden and we don't even realize it. We haven't gotten to smell the roses yet. So for me, I stopped chasing suffering as a lesson and a blessing, and I started realizing that it's just a moment in time. That these lessons, they come and they go, and if I am willing to receive it in the moment, then it is what it is. It doesn't have to go through suffering to get it. Because I think that it's really easy, and I know for me, a lot of times I would run to faith the moment I felt hopeless. I would run and say, help me, show me, heal me, take me, I will walk through the fire. This is going to be painful, but I've got faith. I've got hope. I've got something. And I realized that I did this so much that, the moment I exited suffering, I would keep walking on my own path and be like, I got this now. And I realized that suffering becomes a really easy place when we're on that floor and we go, someone please come save me. Someone please come help me. And I know I did that a lot. But I realized that, those moments, my worth, my higher power, my creator never really left or exited the room when I started suffering. I just forgot how to meet it. I forgot how to show up. I forgot that I didn't have to lick the knife in the first place and I didn't have to walk through the fire. Because to me, those things never changed who I was. My heart, my soul is the same. It may land on ears differently. It may have different language. It may hit the tongue a little differently. But I realized that, peace doesn't dull the message. It doesn't dull the cause. It doesn't dull any of those things. It just means when you stop swinging in extremes so that you can be able to actually receive it full function all of the time. You don't stop going through lessons, but they stop feeling like suffering. They start feeling like growth.